Phone. Welcome to the Wayward Inquisition.
Nick asked me how we get into these seats, and I said difficultly.
Yes. You just gotta, you gotta like angle yourself in there and like do a little twist.
We don't have everything perfect right now. It's just good enough for who it's for at the moment.
But they are comfy seats.
Ooh, it's starting to finally get warmer in here.
Hopefully it'll start getting warmer in general, because
That would be nice.
we're done. We're done. Winter, you have overstayed your welcome. Leave.
You were
Go,
cute.
sir.
You were cute at first, and now you're just annoying.
But here we are once again, Courtney and the Jonas, to bring you another episode of Star Wars Reconciliation.
And anybody who's watching, like, while it's live, because I know we turn these into podcasts, apologies for the lighting. We are kind of... Jonas looks no different whatsoever at all.
No,
Jonas, you look perfect.
Mine looks the same. I might not even need the hat to cover the shiny spot anymore.
But, like, we're working on lighting because we are in a studio that is our studio, but it was technically a garage at one point. And it has fluorescent God's bane.
It was
fluorescent lights.
Yes, it was designed for a mechanic to
Yes.
do mechanical things,
Yes.
and you need a different kind of lighting for that.
I still disagree that it should be fluorescent because fluorescent is just, one, horrible for you and it hurts excruciatingly. But
Yeah.
either way, they were fluorescent lights that we have, and so we were fiddling with the lights before we tried to buy anything. And in doing so, I somehow managed to not do anything but make just Patrick's camera, like his main camera for the campaign, completely dark.
Yeah, it is baffling at how drastically darker it is.
Just Patrick's camera.
On Patrick's side.
Just Patrick's camera. Not the main DM camera, not Jonas's camera, who is incredibly the brightest, but just Patrick's camera. But I decided not to fiddle with it anymore because I ordered a couple of things, and the podcast that this is going to be up on for regular time is not a video, so it doesn't matter. But for anybody watching right now, it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, and it was so strange because there were a couple lights off, so we were like, oh, maybe if we turn on this one that's closer to Patrick's side, it'll make him brighter.
Wild.
And it affected Patrick's side a little bit, but somehow by turning on the light over there, it made me brighter.
Did not do squat to Patrick's camera. Like, the light is right here. It is right next to me. It did nothing to Patrick's camera. And honestly, I would want to say that, like, if I'm, like, looking at it right now, if I were to choose, I think Patrick's lighting is better. I think you're too bright. If you look at it on the actual phone. Now, Patrick's camera could be a little brighter, but I think you're too bright. I don't like the setting of the how bright you are. I would like something a little bit more dimmed, more relaxed, like you're just kind of...
It's kind of iffy, because I thought mine looked really good. I liked that level of brightness.
But it's not...
It's very...
It's
contrasty
very clear.
with your darker side.
It's wild.
Which I guess this will be fitting for a Star Wars campaign. We have the light side and the dark side.
But Your quality looks better because of your brightness.
And and that's kind of why I like the brighter one. Is it looks cleaner.
But to be fair, your camera has always looked nicer than Patrick's because Patrick's camera is, I think, too far away, which is another thing that I want to discuss, but we're not going to do that right now.
No, tonight we're joining the Bad Batch.
The Sad Batch. The Dad Batch.
They are the Dad Batch.
Yeah, they are. They are the Dad Batch. They adopted a little girl, and they were all dads. None of them were uncles. They were all dads, just in their own way.
Yep. And if there is one story trope that will suck me in every time, give me the Geralt with Ciri. Give me the Joel with Ellie.
Which is not usually my thing. It's not because when they first got Omega, I was like,
yeah, and I was the same. I did not care for Omega joining at first because I was like, bros, this was like how I had it in my brain, and because of how it was pitched, was this is going to be a dope show about some awesome soldiers doing soldiery things. And now you're
adopting a little girl.
And now you're throwing in this little kid. You're messing up the vibe. But
then it got to like end of season 1. I was like, this is amazing. Beginning of season 2, and I was like, wow, this is good.
Because they still delivered the action side that I wanted. But
I like that they added her to the action.
Yes, but then also added in the extra emotional depth with having them taking care of their, honestly, a little sister, because
somebody who couldn't really take care of themselves.
Because she is a clone too.
She is a clone.
And so, where we left off last time was the Batch had recovered tech from a Imperial outpost. They brought him back aboard basically a shipping freighter that Commander Cody and other clones and people that he has recruited to his little cause.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix my seat, and it's not moving. It's fine.
Yeah, eventually we will probably have to upgrade these to some, like, rolly office chairs.
Something a little better.
But
we're here now. These were free.
Yeah, these were free, and they are nice. They got these awesome pockets on the side, so it's like, here's D&D stuff.
Here's more D&D stuff. Yeah, the rocking probably isn't the best.
No, I imagine there's some people that try to watch us and are like, stop moving. Stop moving.
Well, I'm sure that it's not very good for the audio for me to be here and then to be back here and then to be here and then to be back here. Like, I'm sure that's not very good for the audio.
You would think, but in what I have listened to back of our stuff, it's not that noticeable. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. And they got tech back, and they were kind of doing scans on him, and they could see that, there's been some augmentation done. He has lots of, like, repaired bones and whatnot. They can
from falling to his
they
death.
can correctly assume from the fall, and then there were some other wounds that made them go, that was me, because I believe it was Hunter.
It was exactly Hunter
that threw
impaled him.
Yeah, the trident thing.
The shocking trident through his chest, back, spine, and into a wall.
Mm-hmm. Pinning it
which is
to the
wild.
Wall. Yeah, and
honestly, that'd be the best. I would be honored to die like that by Hunter. That's just so cool. It would hurt. It would suck, but dude, it'd be so cool.
With my dying breath, I would be like, dope.
Thank you.
And as they were kind of finishing up the scan and talking with Cody, then Tech awoke. And that is where we will be starting off.
When am I playing him? When do I need to get ready
now.
Oh boy.
Yes, I asked I asked Courtney who she wanted to be in this duet, and of course, I knew the answer.
I honestly
but-
wanted to say somebody else just to surprise you, but then I didn't want you to take me seriously. Because I did think about it. I was like, do I want to play Tech, or do I just want to be around Tech? Because I love Tech. That doesn't necessarily mean I always want to play him.
Yeah.
I just want to be around him. But then I was like, nah, I want to play Tech. But then I was also like, because I know that you said that it was a season 4, technically, season 3
Yes.
remake or whatever it was. And so I knew that I didn't want to ruin the story by being Tech, because we believe he was CX2, so I didn't want to ruin anything by being the character who knew everything or whatever, but you were like, oh yeah, no, it's not going to. And I was like, then I want to be Tech.
Yeah. It's all good. And so, yes, you are Tech. And you are gasping awake
Yeah.
in a foreign place.
I don't even know. So here's the thing, though, is I don't know. We didn't really talk about it. I don't know what his memory is or what his thought process would be. So that's...
I know.
Oh, okay. But see, would I remember Hunter and them? You know what I mean? Because he...
Give me a roll.
Okay. Because he effectively, in my mind, he basically died, and they had to bring him back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 5.
So Tech wakes up, is wild-eyed, looking around. Where am I? Who are these people? And Hunter comes close, and as he gets close, Tech remembers them. Ah, yes, my enemy.
Oh.
And he grabs the knife off of Hunter's
Yeah, his vibro
belt
blade, yeah.
and pulls it off.
I'm sure it's
and
off of the arm sheath that he has, because he
Yeah.
has his in an arm sheath.
he pulls it out and immediately slices it across Hunter's arm. Hunter recoils and backs up. And Wrecker steps in. Jack, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna. He's probably not gonna say anything, honestly, because my idea of Tech. There's Tech, and then he went unconscious
Yes.
or died or whatever you want to say. They brought him back, and he has like no memory of being Tech, is what I think. Now that's up to you whether that's true or not, but I don't think he has any memory of being Tech, or even that he's necessarily a clone.
Yeah, that's why I'm leaving it to you. What
Okay.
you want Tech to remember,
Oh.
that is what Tech remembers.
Okay. So yeah, I would think that he's not going to say anything. Do you think that Hemlock would have corrected his eyesight in any way? Because I think he wears goggles because they're corrective lenses.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So he would have fixed his eyesight, so he didn't have
Yep.
to wear goggles anymore. So that would be a weird. So then, yeah, he wouldn't be searching for that. So I think he would just take the knife. As he was laying down on a bed, right? Some
Yes.
sort of makeshift.
Yeah, picture basically something along the lines of the scanner that they put them into to scan
do
their
the chips,
heads
yeah.
for the chips. Yeah.
Okay. Where is everyone in relation to me? Like, are they around me? Or Tech?
So yeah, bed, you're
Correct.
here. So Hunter would have been like right here when he got cut. Wrecker has stepped up towards you. Crosshair, Omega are
then, like, the other
in the
ones and
back,
stuff.
and Echo's out of the room currently.
Oh. Then yeah, he'll probably roll off the edge of the bed where nobody else is, and like flip the knife around in like a where the blade's more facing down in a battle like he's ready, but he's not saying anything. And I think he wouldn't necessarily have the wild-eyed look because he's awake now and aware of his surroundings. He's more just prepared to defend himself.
Nice.
I have no idea how I'm gonna do this.
And so you go down, and Hunter's like, Wrecker, step back. But Wrecker's like, don't worry, guys, I got him.
Yeah,
And he goes in because Wrecker is very used to the old tech.
Yep.
And
he's probably just really excited to see him, that he's not actually dead.
And Wrecker goes in for a grapple. Give me a D20 roll.
It seems like these dice are also going to heck me tonight because that was a horrible roll, but...
You did start off
18.
lower, but hey, there you go. So Wrecker comes over and grabs Tech kind of by the forearms and is kind of like trying to rein you in. Tech then kind of starts to push back, and you can see Wrecker is starting to recoil back. And it's not much, like it's taking like full effort on Tech's part, but he's able to effectively match the strength somewhat of Wrecker.
Anyway.
What's happening?
So if he's doing that, I want to sweep my foot, like, to catch his ankle and push him basically flat to make him prone.
Nice.
It would be me to roll a 9 for that.
A 9? Yeah. You kind of you have him grasped. You kind of push in just a little bit to kind of throw him off balance a bit, and you kind of step in with it. Put your left leg behind his, and he gets knocked down, and you re-grasp the knife, and as Wrecker starts to get up, Omega steps in and is like, Stop! Stop! Everybody, stop! And she kind of is doing this, kind of standing closer to Wrecker, away from you. Can't you see he's scared?
Yeah, he's not saying anything. He's just looking. I mean, he looks angry. He doesn't look like Tech, and I imagine he's got scars on his face from the fall. I mean, because all of, like, his helmet probably hit stuff and broke on his face.
There's some scarring, some from the fall, some from the surgeries.
Yeah. So yeah, I imagine he looks like Tech, but he doesn't look like Tech.
Yeah.
It's probably a very eerie sight, honestly, and he just looks very hostile.
Yes, clean shaven up top.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be the same way with Crosshair.
Mm-hmm.
Not how I imagined it, but makes sense. But yeah.
Oh, all right. Everybody, get out of the room. And they all start backing away. You just stay here, and we'll be right outside. We're friends.
Yeah, he's just not talking, narrow-eyed, just waiting for them to leave him alone, essentially, so he can get his bearings.
And Wrecker's like, but Omega! And she's like, no buts. Get off of yours and get out the door.
Fair. She is older now. It's so weird.
And you can see Crosshair has a hand on a pistol. He's very eager, hesitant, and he kind of slides his hand off of it. All right.
I love his hissy little voice.
It would be a bit jarring. He's been through a lot more than I went through.
Which my idea, and they don't necessarily say it, is that Crosshair was like the prototype to the CX clones. So like he was a part of that assassins program where they try to erase your brain and make you this like living zombie basically. And he rejected it too much, and that's why he got thrown aside, is because he was not adhering to the program correctly.
Yeah.
And so he went through similar things to Tech, but not nearly the same extent because Tech was basically brain dead. And so it was easier for them to take clones that were on the brink of death and change them than it was to take fully working clones. And so I think Crosshair would know to the extent what Tech has been through.
And Crosshair exits out, Wrecker and the others follow. Omega's the last one to leave. And before she closes the door, she's like, all right, you're safe. If you're thirsty or hungry, we've got some snacks on the table. And there's a little plate of water and various little foods. And she steps out and the door closes.
What am I looking at? Am I just in like a room?
It is a very makeshift medical bay. You can tell that this ship was a shipping freighter,
but it was fitted with this stuff.
They converted. And so the walls are very rustic, not very sleek.
Yep.
High techy.
And I don't have anything with me, right? I'm pretty much just in a bodysuit.
Yes, you are in the CX armored suit. Yes.
Do I have any of my tech stuff on? Not tech stuff, but my technology on, like. Because he had, like, I'm sure that he would have, like, comms built into his, like, suit or whatever. But if he was in, like, a Bacta tank, basically, I don't know if those would still be working or not.
Yes, the comms and other more electrical aspects were removed prior to him being put into the stasis pod that he was in. And even because even the helmet wasn't in the tank with him.
Yeah.
And they didn't
grab that.
it.
Thanks, guys. So I have effectively nothing. And no way to figure out where I'm at or who I'm with.
Roll me a d20.
12.
12. Yeah, nothing comes to mind, but there was something about the name Tech. It's like it sounds familiar, like.
But I'm not attaching it to myself.
But yeah, it's like.
It's like maybe I knew him or something.
Yeah, maybe I knew this guy too, but.
I would think that Crosshair would seem familiar to him because Crosshair seemed familiar to him in the end of season 3. So I think Crosshair would seem familiar to him. So I would say he's very stubborn to talk to anybody for a long time. Until maybe, like, Omega comes in again and is like, are you sure you don't need anything?
Yeah, probably, like, 2 hours go by, and, you know, I'm sure you examine the room.
Yeah, I look at the food, I don't eat it.
And then...
I maybe drink some water, but...
There will be a knock on the door, and... Hi, it's me. If you want us to come in, you can open the door. If not, just take your time. Just wanted to check on you.
How do I imagine his voice would sound? Because I think it would be a little different. Because my idea is he's not the same brainy little clone that he was before. Because they kind of fiddled in his brain a little bit. So it's not really his thing to sound or be like that anymore. I think his voice would still be like Tech's voice, but it wouldn't be the...
It wouldn't have
the know-it-all voice
it wouldn't have
anymore.
the same cadence.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the Tech tone to it.
Yes.
It would sound like Tech, but it wouldn't be like the, well, actually, the tall clone. Bring him to me.
Oh, all right, yeah. I'll go get him.
And, like, doesn't open the door, just says it through the door. Probably sitting on, like, the end of the bed that, from the chamber of whatever it is. The X-ray machine.
And then there's krunk, krunk, krunk.
This makes my heart hurt even worse, because Tech and Crosshair were they're like the twins. Anyway. And did you know that, sorry, my brain's working. Did you know that Tech and Crosshair are the same height? They're both 6'5". They're not, well, they're 6'4". Wrecker is 6'5", but they're 6'4", but then they shortened, because they're twins.
Yeah.
They shortened Tech so that you wouldn't know that he was CX2. Because then he would have been taller than every other clone. So they shortened him. And Hunter is actually only 5'9".
Interesting. Interesting.
So canonically, I still believe that he's taller. Anyway. But when somebody knocks on the door, he doesn't say anything. He just assumes it's that guy. I don't think he would know what his name is, but I think he would recognize him at least.
Yes, there is something familiar about Crosshair, because his build is very similar to the CX's.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure that he would have seen him in the facilities as well. And Crosshair is a different looking clone. While the rest of the guys look the same, he's different. He's taller and he's skinnier. Like, that's his whole jive. So I think he would recognize him, but yeah.
Are you going to open the door, or shall I do it?
Why should I do it if you can do it yourself? Yeah. just a small hint of, why should I?
He walks in, stays close to the doorway,
Crosshair.
and has his arms crossed, and he just leans up against the back wall.
I'm sure seeing Tech.
And he's just, like, eagle-eyeing, staring at Tech.
I'm sure seeing Tech as seeing Tech, but his mannerisms are different because his brain has been fiddled with, would be so weird. It's like seeing somebody else's face on a different body.
Ooh.
Because, I mean, his mannerisms is, like, very taut and straight, or, like, bent over because he's over his iPad.
Yes.
Like, there are very obvious mannerisms of Tech that are no longer mannerisms of his because his brain was fiddled with. He's not going to have the same mannerisms.
Yeah.
So I would think he's a little bit more casual now. Like, so as he's sitting on the edge of the bed, I'm sure he looks the same, but is not the same. You were at the same facility as I was, weren't you?
One very similar, yes.
I've seen you before, but not the others. I don't know where I'm at. And why am I here?
Because we rescued you.
From...
You've seen the others before.
Well, yes, I've seen them, but...
You used to be part of our team.
And you used to be a part of a different team, so how am I supposed to believe that you're right? And not the one misguided. This is not where I'm supposed to be. Where is Hemlock?
Dead.
Dead. And who killed him? Well,
A team effort.
from...
The one you cut, and I. His name's Hunter. The little one, Omega. The brute, Wrecker. Do you know my name?
I know that you are a clone. I believe you are some kind of specific clone. Do I know what your name is? No, I don't need to. It's unimportant to me.
I can see some of Tech's savage wit is still in there.
So true. Tech is an absolute D. Bradley Baker really took like the side people from SpongeBob and put it straight into Tech. Tech is an absolute savage. He's like, why would I care about that? Like, he doesn't. Absolutely.
I'm Crosshair, and you are Tech. At least you were.
That does not sound familiar to me.
I suppose it wouldn't. You've been dead for quite a while. The fact that you are alive is still very jarring to the rest of us.
Well, I don't very well remember dying, so perhaps that could be why. Death usually is not something that people forget.
And he just stands there and,
Yeah, I'm sure.
and stares.
I'm sure they're just like...
As to where you are, this is... And he looks around very, like... critically.
Yeah, he's like,
how do I word this?
It's not much, but it's something.
Yeah, just like yes,
Judgmentally.
this medical bay.
Yeah. It sounds like Crosser.
This freighter, the Maverick.
And this is supposed to be some sort of transportation vessel?
Normally, yes. Used for shipping, transporting goods. But the dear commander has converted it for his needs.
And why did you decide to, out of everyone, save me? Didn't you run into a couple of other clones?
We did. We killed them.
Oh.
The facility we found you in had captured many clones and were experimenting on them.
And that is why you decided to liberate me?
Well, you're our brother. At least, you were.
Weren't we all brothers with all of the clones? If we are all clones.
True. But we're a special batch.
I get too emotional about them. So why save me and bring me aboard this? Also the same judgmental looking around. What are we really doing here?
They made the mistake of leaving a brother behind once.
I get too emotional about this.
And they learned from their past mistake. And I wasn't going to let them leave you behind either. You're my brother, too.
So, where do we go from here, then? If you have me and I'm here, what are we doing? Are we some kind of rebellion?
No.
Then what are we doing?
We're currently acquiring a new marauder so that we can depart this vessel.
Which tech blew up, which hurts my soul. They did that on purpose. Having tech blow up the Marauder is wild. That's like Wrecker giving somebody
he knew where to shoot.
Yeah. Oh my god, that show made me so emotional. Anyway. So we are acquiring a new ship, and what are we doing with it?
We're just trying to survive. Commander Cody and his crew, they're caught up in the rebellion in the Empire.
And what makes you think that just because we are supposed brothers, I am going to be any more inclined to help you than I would be the Empire that I'm supposed to work for?
So you do remember some things, then?
The Empire, yes. Hemlock is the one who made me what I am.
Well, honestly, nothing. You have no ties to us anymore. We still to you, of course.
Which seems silly, really. Considering you thought I was dead.
And he stands off of the wall and takes a quite aggressive stance.
Yeah, it sounds like Crosser. Same difference, really.
It might seem silly to you. But of course it would. You don't remember.
No, I have no memory.
And so I can't fault you for it. Yes, you've been dead to us. We grieved you. We've moved on. So, it would be quite easy for me to put you out of your misery. And we can continue in our grief. But you're alive. And, well, so it would seem.
I don't believe I'm the same brother that you are comparing me to, so what's the difference? If you are mourning him, I'm not the same as he was, so why cease your mourning? I am no longer this tech that you speak of.
Because you think you're not. But I can see that you're in there.
Can you?
I made the mistake of siding with the Empire. And then I saw what they truly thought of us, of clones. At the very least, ride with us to our next destination so you can get out of this hole. And then we can part ways.
That might be best. And he'll stand up and walk over to him, to Crosshair. And perhaps the difference between you and I is that I'm not a failed experiment. I'm exactly what I was supposed to be. And just kind of like tap him on the shoulder and walk out the door.
Yep, he just stays in the room.
I can imagine.
And as you come out,
Which is hilarious considering that he's also, literally a defective clone. he has and will always be a defective clone, even if he is a CX clone. But to be fair, I guess he's exactly what Hemlock wanted him to be.
yeah. And as you come out into the ship,
Very hesitantly. I mean, hesitantly, but also like none of these people could hurt me, and I know they couldn't. It's like hesitant. I don't exactly know where I'm at, but also a very. But I'm not scared. I will kill everybody on this ship. I'm not afraid.
and you can see there's some clones moving about. Like you really came out of like a shipping container.
Oh.
And yeah, now being on the outside of that little room, it was like, oh.
He was not lying. This is a hole.
And you're in this kind of large docking bay area of this freighter. And there's some clones moving about, moving crates. Two of them are like opening up some crates, looking through, doing inventory. There's a couple like off the wall people. Like there's a the Soliston, the little co-pilot that Lando had with the
Yeah. Ugh.
yeah.
I hate those guys. Their faces freak me out.
There's like one of those guys. There's a yeah, what's he? Yeah, Amon Calamari,
Oh.
like Admiral Akbar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And so there's some sporadic little kind of one-offs, two-offs of some other races, but it's very much clones, and it's a very small crew, all things considered. And
does that mean that Gregor and Hauser and like all of them are here? Nemec? I know technically Nemec died, but we're gonna say Nemec didn't die because I love him. And Fireball and all of them.
No, they're off doing their own things.
Do I get to see Wolf?
Maybe. He's not here, but maybe.
I love him.
Yeah, because Commander Cody has been.
No, yeah,
at
you
least,
did say Cody. You didn't say Rex.
Yeah, kind of lore-wise, he's essentially AWOL in this given time. Like,
I thought we were with Rex. I forgot it was Cody that we were with. But anyway.
And then you do see Commander Cody going around checking on the men.
Cody.
He's walking around with his helmet in one hand.
I'm not even that soft for Cody. I like other clones a lot more, but also Cody. I love clones.
And he sees you, and he approaches, and he stops, kind of takes stance.
Stop, clones! I love clones so much.
And how are we feeling?
All right, all things considered, I suppose.
There won't be any other hostilities, I hope.
Depends on if the hostilities are given to me.
You will find none here, friend.
If we truly are friends.
We truly are.
The fact that he's taller than Cody cracks me up, but anyway.
I don't know what the Empire did to you, or what they were doing to you, but I'm glad that we found you. They've informed me that you don't remember anything, which is fine.
No. It's all mostly my training as a clone. Not really a clone anymore, right? Assassin.
Yes, they told me about these CX soldiers that you are.
They were telling me that I was someone by the name of Tech. at one point.
Yes, that was your name.
Well, not anymore. What are we doing at the moment? Your men seem to be stationing for something.
Just restocking, going over our supplies. The empire that you serve is not the nicest, and I have taken upon myself and those that would join me to help those that they have wronged.
And your rebellion is so much better?
The Republic stood for something.
Oh.
Stood for peace.
I see. Well, differences in viewpoints, I suppose. Except one is clearly skewed. But that's neither here nor there.
One is skewed, isn't it?
The ones that were in my room earlier with me, were all those.
Yes, we've hooked them up with a new ship. There's, unfortunately, didn't quite make it to the landing site when we found you at that facility. Follow me.
I shall follow.
And he walks you through.
Judgmental looks at all the clones.
And all the way there, he doesn't say anything else. he just...
Cody is all business. He is not like Rex.
No.
Rex is very friendly. Cody is very business. And Wolf is even worse than both of them. Wolf wouldn't even be like, hey, so how you feeling? He'd be like, so you're not dead, let's go. Like...
Yeah.
I love Wolf.
The clones, just overall...
They're just the
awesome.
best. You could take everyone else out of Star Wars and it'd just be about the clones, and I would be so happy. Except for Thrawn. I need Thrawn. Gotta have Thrawn.
And he takes you over, and there's... you can see, like, Wreckers... painting the lettering onto the side.
and it's a really bad paint job, I bet. That's how
really
it always
bad.
is in 99.
And then Hunter comes over and he's like, oh.
Here's a question. I know that you're in the middle of something, I don't mean to interrupt, but they stripped their armor of their color, of its color. So, like, do they have their armor back? Is it colored again? Is it, like, what armor do they have? Because they stripped, with Rampart in the ship, they stripped their armor of its color so that they didn't stand out as 99 so bad. So it was just black armor.
Yeah, they have their normal, that
Painting
black
back
armor.
Oh, just the normal?
Just that black
just
armor.
The black?
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate that. That's so gross.
Hunter comes by and he's like, oh, Wrecker, the U becomes before the A in Marauder. Sorry. I'll redo it. No, just we don't have to have it painted on the side anymore, in fact. But it's the Marauder. Yes, but it might be a bit foretelling of us to those that would do us harm, and you don't want to bring harm to Omega, do you? No, of course not.
That's a good one.
All right, well, just take it off, but we'll be leaving soon. Oh, all right.
And, like, as we're walking up, Tech's just like, and you expect me to believe that I was a part of this team? And we were at all effective.
And Cody chuckles, and he's like, in fact, you were the brightest one of the bunch.
I believe that. That is not very difficult to understand. But...
And I know the looks and can be a bit off, even for us clones. But I'll tell you what, you all were a force to be reckoned with.
I find that very hard to believe.
I would take the Bad Batch over a full Republic fleet any day.
Wouldn't we all? Can I roll to see if my brain zaps on some of these words?
Yeah.
That's a nat 1. Not a single thought in my brain is connecting with these guys. Or unless you want to do it the opposite way and it all comes screaming back and I go unconscious. Like there's 2 ways you can take that D20.
Actually, you do get a jolting, searing pain in your head.
Ouch.
And you get flashes of multiple needles and like drills kind of coming towards you as you are strapped down and unable to move.
Yes.
You get images of like nurses with their face masks kind of leaning over, poking and prodding,
Putting their little fingers in me.
and you get the last image is of someone holding a little bone saw and coming down towards your forehead with that lovely
It's quite normal, yeah. I love that. So
Whoa, are you all right?
yeah, I'm sure he's just
and
like
Cody kind of takes hold of you.
yeah, because I'm sure he like doubles over and like maybe holds whatever side it was that was cut.
Yes, left.
Okay. And just starts basically screaming because I mean, like, what else can you do? And probably I would say maybe goes down to like a knee or whatever.
Easy.
I'm probably gonna shove him off of me. Like, don't touch me! Like, just shove him.
Only trying to help. It's probably a bit too soon for you to be up and moving anyways.
Just heavy breathing. Very disoriented. Upset. I don't know what words you would use to describe that.
Yeah.
But
And then
just stays there for a
a
minute.
voice does oddly put you at ease.
I'm sure it does. Being the voice that I'm sure I know what it is.
It's all right. You just
Oh, no. Wasn't that one that I was expecting.
just take deep breaths. Deep breaths. Exhale. There you go. So Crosshair tells us that you're going to be riding with us for a little bit.
Sure, I open my eyes and look up and see little Omega, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Not so little anymore. She's growing up.
Yeah, she's not as old as she is in the time skip.
Correct, but still getting older.
Yeah. I mean, because it's 2 years after the
So,
end of season 3.
which I think she was like 13 or something
Yeah.
by the end of that. And so I think now she would be 15? She's so old, my baby! Ooh. Yes, I'm going to be riding with you. So just
That's great. That's great.
shoving it all down, packing it down, and standing up like nothing happened. Just judging the child, and why did that make me feel better?
Well, on way we can talk and chat, and you can tell me about things that you remember.
And why would I be interested in doing that?
Well, what else are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Oh, that's boring.
Precisely.
All right then, keep your secrets.
Do they call him Tech? Are they going to call him Tech?
Probably.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. My brain is asking questions.
Well, don't worry. We set it up just like the old Marauder, so you have your own room.
I don't see how that's going to make me feel any more comfortable.
Everybody needs their own space.
Hmm.
Well, I guess except for Wrecker. Yeah.
That's so true. But I think the old Marauder just had bunks, didn't they? It's like, so like, Hunter slept on top, Tech slept on the bottom, that sort of thing.
I think so.
And then she had
But
the gun room.
Yeah, she had
the back gunner seat or whatever as a room. It's really funny.
She had that one, but I would imagine that their bunks would have
They have like curtains on them, so
curtains,
they have
but
privacy.
and then some kind of personal items.
Have you seen the pictures
walls.
of their bunks? Like there are pictures, like canon drawings.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Text it's a nightmare, but it makes me so happy. There's like writings on the wall from where he's doing like science.
That checks.
Math equations, and I'm like, what? I love it. But anyway.
And then Omega kind of leads you over more to the ship, and Wrecker kind of just look at you and gives you a nod.
I'm sure that to Wrecker, he looks no different. He was always angry with Wrecker. That episode where they're literally arguing constantly in season 2 after the Marauder gets stolen is so freaking fun. Tech was so petty in that episode. So petty.
And you get on board, and you can see all their stuff is set up. There's the multiple bunks, and
does any of it come screaming back to me?
This one not so much, because
so.
it's not the Marauder,
ship, which is so awful.
Big rip. And then you can see from up in the cockpit area, you can hear the sounds of sparks and.
I guess I'll break away from Omega and go up there and see who's messing what up.
And you can see Echo is
Echo.
kind of underneath the control panels, kind of rewiring things, and. And you can hear him mumbling to himself. He's like, "Why would you cross that there? Now, who wired this thing?"
It does sound like Echo. Sounds like you're having some trouble.
Conk. He stops, kind of shimmies out, sits up, and you can fully see now the augmentations that he has. And you see his.
Echo only got better after Skako Minor. Just
Echo's my favorite. He's so cool.
And he's so sweet. Gosh, I love him in 5s. Anyway.
Oh, hi. Hello. I'm Echo, and I'm glad that you're coming along. I think you're coming along.
Yes, I believe I'm
and he's
arriving with you all.
Yeah, and
I'm sure
he's just staring at you, and his eyes are getting misty.
I need to say, I can't imagine. It's probably bad for everyone else, right? I can't imagine how bad it is for Echo, because Tech was the first person Echo saw when he got out of that stasis chamber. Yeah. And so to see him looking like he does now, I can't imagine. And he's the one that helped him with all of his augmentations. I can't imagine. I have so many feelings about this. Anyway.
I'm
Do you have an issue?
Just some modifications to the ship. Do
you know how to get out a full sentence? Or are you one of those? And he, like, looks back at Wrecker, like, in the general area that Wrecker was in, like, outside. One of the defective ones.
Oh, yes, I can talk tech. It's, and he really winces at it. I'm sorry. I know that's not your name anymore. Is there something that I can call you?
What I went by before I was unconscious and you all reawoke me. My number was CX2. You may call me whatever you'd like from there.